Good afternoon, guys, and happy, I think today's Monday, guys. Actually, it's Tuesday morning. Good morning, guys. Although today is technically Monday's vlog because I didn't vlog at all today or yesterday. It's 6 in the morning because guess who's still awake, guys? I don't think, though, yesterday I did not fall asleep until like 5 in the morning anyway. So, I went to bed. I kid you guys not. I took a shower last night at about midnight or something like that, or like sometime before 1 o'clock. I think I was in bed by about 1 o'clock. And I still didn't fall asleep until like 5 in the morning. And I was trying to be really good yesterday too. Like, go to bed early, I'll get up early. Still woke up really late. And then I was like, at midnight tonight, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go take a shower and get to bed. And then I ended up actually going into the living room because I had a question for my mom about something. Guys, this is why I stayed up too late, but I had a quick question for my mom that I thought was only gonna be like a 5-minute question, and then I was gonna go take a shower and get to bed. And it actually had to do with like genealogy stuff. And then I ended up asking her like, oh, like I had seen something during like over St. Patrick's Day weekend or something like that. Ancestry had, like, you know, it was just like an ad that they were having a bunch of their like like Irish, like, I don't know, Irish records and stuff like that were like free to view and stuff like that over like for, I think, until like the day after St. Patrick's Day or something like that. Obviously I missed that, but I noticed that it said like they do have a lot of records that you can view for free without actually having to have a sign up for the what's it called, sign up, you know, and actually pay money, or sign up even for the free trial. Because that's why I actually was going to then ask her about it as well, because I was like, I'm confused, like if I sign up for it, am I still gonna have to like do the, you know, the trial regardless, you know, even if like I don't want to. So I don't believe that you have to. At least I'll find out in 2 weeks after my subscription is over. Obviously I didn't put any of my payment information in or anything like that. And it keeps saying when I go to click on something to view it, if I can't view it, it says like, oh, start your free trial or pay, you know, whatever, for, you know, like the discounted deal and stuff like that. So like I said, I was looking at that and it keeps saying like to start my free trial, meaning that like I haven't started it yet. But I still can view a handful of documents, like a lot of military records, naturalization, and like immigration records, along with I think maybe boarding, not boarding, but like, what is that called? I'm really tired, guys. Like I want to say flight too, but most people were taking boats back then. I guess like boarding, like records and stuff like that, and travel records maybe, or something like that. Basically like immigration, but like, you know, like passenger records, I guess would be the word, or something like that. Anyways, so you can view a lot of that. Plus, I think the 1940 census is free to view regardless. You can go to like 1940census.gov or something like that. I don't know what it is actually called. But you can view all the 1940 census. You can just type in whoever you're looking for and find them. That one's free. The other ones like 1930, 20, 10, and like so on are not. However, for some reason 1920 was also viewable for me today. I don't know what that was about, but I know, like I said, it's like doing research for the last 3 years now, I think. You know, I know that 1940 census is free to view regardless of if you are doing it through like a genealogy website or anything. You can just go and find, you know, like I said, look up whoever you're looking up. But I was doing some genealogy today, and like I said, got sucked into a rabbit hole then of finding out all of the things that Ancestry offers without actually having to pay for it, because I've never tried it before. And my dad had signed up, but I think he signed up for the 3-month or the 2-week like free trial thing. And then I don't know if he actually did that or not, or if he was actually just viewing some of the free stuff as well, or like I said, what it was. But they had that at the top, like today it was like, oh, view like so and so such and such records for free and stuff like that. And they were like, oh, and also too they were offering like something special because of, you know, like, you know, all the shelter in place orders and stuff like that for a lot of the areas, and all the schools being canceled. There was like K through like 12th grade or something like that, that you can like teaching like history, genealogy, that kind of thing. Like they had different like resources available as well. And so those were two of the big things that were like on their page. So that's why I was like, oh, like what does it mean, like if I wanted to look up records, and like how can I still view them and stuff like that. So like I said, I was going through that today, which was really cool. And they actually also let you do your family tree as well, without actually having to have again, like as far as I know, like a subscription, like a paid subscription. So yeah, then like I said, I was like, now I have to add every single family member to that tonight, and I totally didn't. I totally could have still went to bed, but then I was like, ooh, like, you know, because there's sometimes it'll connect information that I didn't already know. So I was like, oh, what's this, like, you know, who's that person? Are they actually related to somebody else? Like, did I not know about this before, you know? And I guess, long story short, I didn't even get like a smidgen of the way through, and I was all distracted and stuff like that. But I love it. It's like a gigantic puzzle that you get to, like, you know, put together and stuff like that. And the other really cool thing though was that something I was really looking into recently was because I told you guys, I think my dad went over to his sister's house like 2 or 3 weeks ago or something like that, because they were trying to figure out like plans and stuff like that for my grandpa, and they were going over like pictures and things. And so they were kind of like splitting up pictures, I guess. And so my dad was getting like all the pictures of himself and like all the school pictures and stuff, which I was like, this is hilarious, because I've seen a couple of pictures of my dad when he was little, but like not a lot. And so like seeing all his school pictures, I was like, it's hilarious, because there was like, I think 3 right in a row where my dad did not look any different at all. And because he went to Catholic school, he wore the exact same like uniform too. And so it was like maybe like second, third, and fourth grade or something like that, my dad looks identical in all the pictures. I was like, honestly, this doesn't even look like this is even a different day. So yeah, that. And then also too, my dad took some pictures of some other really cool pictures that he saw, because my aunt was holding on to them, you know, the rest of them, so that they could do like, you know, a memorial board and stuff like that for my grandpa. And so while they were actually looking at it, my dad took a couple of pictures of already taken pictures of like family and stuff like that. So I had some of them, and there was one picture that had no writing on it or anything like that, and it's from probably around the 50s was what I was able to figure out based on some clues. Like there was an air conditioner in the window and kind of what people were wearing and stuff like that. But it kind of looked like they were at maybe a banquet hall, and who they were trying to think like the main person, because it was a big long like table full of people sitting there, and they were thinking that it was maybe my great-grandma's grandma. So my great-great-grandma was the one at the head of the table. I was actually able to find on Ancestry a picture of her, and it does look a lot like her. So they were thinking that because I don't think like my dad and his siblings had seen pictures of her before, and so they were thinking like it looked really similar to their grandma, her mom. And so they were really convinced, but they were like, the time just doesn't seem like it fits really well that it would be her. And so, like I said, I looked it up, and I was like, her nose looks really like the same, and like some of her other facial features and stuff like that. Although in the one picture she was wearing a hat, and then in the other one she had more like white kind of puffy hair. And so I was you know, thinking like that was probably a later picture than the one I found on Ancestry, but I was able to find some of that stuff, so I was like, I can kind of connect this into, you know, finding a picture that we didn't know who it was of. So that's who we really think it is, but we're not sure why she's at a like banquet table with a whole bunch of other people. We're thinking maybe it is either her kids or maybe like family members and stuff like that. So we were trying to maybe piece some stuff together, and see if like maybe if there was any other pictures that we could find, if we could really like place somebody, you know, in there and be like, yes, that was definitely so and so. But a lot of the pictures had like writing on the back, so they're able to be like, oh, this is, you know, this person or whatever. They found a random picture of a little baby that wasn't any of them. They don't know who it is. And then this one as well. And then I think there was one of my grandma that they were trying to figure out what time it was from, because like it didn't make a whole lot of sense. Like I think it said the year or something like that, but they were like wondering when it was, or like, you know, maybe like where it was and stuff like that. And so yeah, like I said, guys, it was fun to look all that stuff up, but I'm paying for it by not going to bed very early now, which again stings, but I was like, I couldn't fall asleep yesterday anyway, and I actually was good and tried to go to bed early. So maybe this will kind of kick me in the butt and be like, okay, well now that it's almost 6:30, you know, and me trying to go to bed and stuff like that, I can maybe get up a little bit, like, you know, earlier, and then just be tired to go to bed early tomorrow night. Or maybe I'll only get a few hours of sleep and be exhausted and then get up early tomorrow. But I felt like really, like, just yesterday the weather was really bad too, and then today it's kind of cold, and tomorrow I think it's supposed to be cold, and then it's kind of supposed to get warmer. But I felt just kind of like garbagey. Like, I don't know if it's like a sinus thing or something like that, but like my nose has been super stuffy, and like my face, I just feel really like congested and stuff like that. My mom has said the exact same thing, and it's weird too because it's come and gone like over the last like week or so to 2 weeks, where like I'm like, oh my gosh, like I feel just like I'm sick and stuff like that, and my mom said the exact same thing. So